Well, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Fun fact, wasn't planning on filming a video today, but as you can tell, I'm out of breath a little bit. Sprinted back to the truck to grab the cameras. Found a bite that I wanted to film for you guys. It's been tough out here. Mud bite's been going. We've been getting a lot of fish trolling. Found some fish casting today and I just couldn't help myself but walk back to the truck, grab cameras and do some filming for you today. So it's gonna be me and my buddy Tony. He's gonna be a new face on the channel. How's it going?
I got a good feeling. My name is Tony and I love walleye.
All right, perfect. That's all I needed to know. You're welcome on the boat anytime. Basically what we're gonna be doing is targeting a deeper water hump. We're gonna be throwing shiver minnows at them. We were throwing some death jigs earlier too, and those were definitely working, but the shiver bite is definitely a lot of fun. If you guys have never done it before, I'll kind of show you the ropes of it today. Also, I am running guided trips out on Green Bay, so if you are interested, my days are getting limited now. I'm definitely getting booked up, but if you're interested, I'll leave my link for my website down in the description below where you guys can go ahead, book a trip with me. We'll get you out here, even if it's for next year. The bite is always good and it's a ton of fun, but let's get this thing on plane and go catch some walleyes. We made it out here. Like I said, how we're gonna be targeting these fish is with a snap jigging technique. But along with the snap jigging, if you guys have been subscribed to my channel long enough, you know that I love sharp shooting walleyes with Garmin Live Scope. And that is exactly how we found these fish today. We were just kind of pulling up to hump after hump, looking for fish. And this one was just absolutely loaded. We know that these fish are definitely here, and you can tell. I mean, these fish are just loaded up on this hump. So all I'm gonna do is, I know those fish are over there. So they're about 80 to 100 feet that way. Since we have a little bit of a north breeze today, I'm simply just gonna hit anchor lock. That's gonna spin the boat around, and that's gonna allow Tony and I to actually cast off the back of the boat towards these schools of fish and hopefully just have an absolute sleigh fest. I can't wait to get this rod in my hand and start catching some more fish. So we're gonna do exactly that. Stay tuned, it's gonna get greasy. That one ate it. That one ate it. Oh, it feels so good to have the jig stick back in the hand, you know?
Trolling was okay this morning. This is more fun.
All right, we got them. All right, well, they're still here, so that's good. Take a look at that right there. That is the new flat bottom shiver minnow from Moonshine, and that fish munched it. Running that goby colored pattern. That is an awesome fish. We are not keeping any fish today, are we, Tony?
Nope.
So that guy's gonna get a free pass, but that would be a great eater if we were taking some fish home.
It's a beautiful fish.
Awesome fish though. We'll get him back here. Peace out, thanks dog. I absolutely love the shiver minnow. It's been one of my favorite presentations out here for like the last 3 years, or basically ever since I started sharpshooting with Live Scope. It's just a very in-your-face type of presentation. You're really getting that reaction strike out of those fish and just up close and personal, and I love it. Yup, munched it. This one's gonna be a bit better one, I think.
I'll net that.
These fish are fired up, Tony.
Let me know when you need that.
Oh, he's coming. It's a good one. It is a good one. That's definitely bigger than the last one. They are loving this shiver minnow. I don't think I've made more than 10 casts yet.
No, and you've got what, 5 or 6?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yes.
Nice.
Off in the net.
Fish, dude.
That's a good
mid-20s just chunk.
That's a golden fish there too. That is Green Bay gold written all over it. Take a look at that fish. That is a fat, healthy Green Bay fish right there. Awesome. Get this one put back here. There's that pelican right there. Wants this fish 100%. We ain't gonna let him have it. Later, pal. Yes, they're here yet. Tony, you might have to switch,
Tony might
man.
be making a switch here pretty quick.
Tony's running the death jig with the crawler. He might have to make the switch to the old shiv. So real quick, I just want to show you guys the difference in the new flat bottom shiver minnow compared to the original shiver minnow. Now, you'll probably notice there's really not much difference in shape. It's still gonna have that kind of curved belly that the original did. The only difference is on the bottom here. So hence its name, the flat bottom shiver minnow is gonna be a little flatter on the bottom than the original shiver minnow is. And that flat bottom on this shiver minnow is just gonna give it a little more of a unique presentation on the bottom of the lake compared to the original one there. But other than that, there's really not too much of a difference comparison in shape. Obviously, you can see you're gonna have an extra hook on that flat bottom shiver minnow compared to the original shiver minnow. Having that extra hook on the front side of this bait is gonna help you haul in that many more walleyes to the boat. But overall, these are both great baits. I've caught tons of fish on this original shiver minnow in the past. So when I heard about the new flat bottom shiver minnow, I definitely had to give it a try, and it has definitely proven itself in the goby pattern today to put awesome Green Bay walleyes in the boat. So that is the new flat bottom shiver minnow from Moonshine. Awesome bait.
Yeah. Wrap the boat.
Too bad. Too bad. Probably a sheephead. We have company. We no longer have the place to ourselves. Take a look at that.
Flipping.
Well, I guess we'll throw them in a net, huh? Oh, yeah. The old shiver minnows never let me down. And they definitely produce great fish like that one. Awesome fish. And he's back. Wow. So much slack. Another one. Yeah. There we go.
Chunky.
Another chunky fish, yeah. There's a big school of them kind of right out in front of us. Another solid Green Bay fish. Man, good eaters. If we were keeping fish today, Tony, I'd be eating good tonight. We'll peace out to him. You go down. That pelican's gonna get you. Come on. There you go. The pep talk always gets them. Many years ago here in Green Bay, goby was introduced to the system and quickly became a forage for a lot of the walleyes and other species that are actually living in Green Bay. And these shiver minnows are, I know this is a little large, but these shiver minnows are basically exactly what we're trying to replicate down there. And you can see how close this shiver minnow looks to the color of this goby. Brown back, white bottom. That right there is exactly what we're trying to mimic. And these walleyes are up on these rock humps basically eating these gobies, chasing after these gobies. And by replicating them simply with these shiver minnows, you can definitely put a lot of fish in the boat.
Followed the Cody tutelage.
There you go. Good one.
Yeah, angry one anyway. Yeah,
Yes, Tony.
that's big.
Yes. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
One for sure.
On the flat bottom?
On the flat bottom.
Nice.
Shockingly, through the goby.
Bring him over on this side. Yep. Man, all just kind of good eaters. This one's a little thicker than the last couple I got. Got him. I'll bring him right down there. Yeah, right where you want it.
I'd say corner of the mouth.
Perfect. That's a good one. Toodaloo. Hey, nice, putting on a clinic. Green is just loaded, so we should get back up to the station. All right, so one more tip when working these shiver minnows. When I like to hold my rod kind of up front. Now on these Della Bay rods, I just find it a lot more comfortable to hold the rod in front of the reel. So I'll actually cup the rod almost in my fingertips, as if I was like holding basically like a golf club. I'll kind of put that rod right into my fingertips, kind of like that. And I'm able to keep my thumb on the blank, and that's gonna give me a little more sensitivity so I can feel that bottom, I can feel that bite right on top of the blank there. So I'll just bring my thumb right up to that, and then with the rod in my fingertips there, all I gotta do is simply snap up, and I'm gonna have a lot more torque by holding the rod up here. But here, I just feel like I'm working a lot more to get that rod to do what I want it to do. So I always like to put my hand in the front, on the front side of that reel, just so I have a little bit more torque, and I also like to be able to touch that blank at all times. And when I'm snapping, obviously I am using my wrist, but I'm using a lot more of my arm and kind of elbow to get that snapping motion. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. I know there's a ton of guys on YouTube that have their preference on how they snap a rod or get that action that they want out of the bait. This is just how I found best for me to get that action out of these shiver minnows, but being able to feel everything at the same time too as well. So I'm able to do this all day. I don't feel too much fatigue. Obviously I'm using a very light rod. It helps to have a high quality rod for this, a lightweight rod, something that's not super heavy. Give it a try. You might find it's a little more comfortable for you. Like I said, that's what works for me and helps me haul fish up to the boat. Catch this.
Called it.
Yes. Stay pinned, baby.
You literally said that's what you were gonna do.
Yeah.
Who's that?
It's nice when it works out, you know.
There is that.
Oh yeah, he's big mad.
Nomadic single cruiser. Is he angry?
Yeah, he's big mad. I think I got him good though. He's pissed, dude. Where you going, pal?
What do you got there, Cody?
Oh, it's a nice one. It's a nice one, Tony. It's gonna be a great one to... Oh, he is just upset, man.
You do you, Walleye. We'll follow you.
Man, look at him go. Get him now. There we go. Hey, that's perfect. The hooks came out in the net. Take a look at that one. Chunky fish. These fish are definitely eating well, feeding on those gobies. I bet if we were to cut into this one, she'd just be packed tight full of gobies. But that is just another gorgeous fish right there on that flat bottom shiver minnow from Moonshine. Absolutely love this bait. Actually my first time running them since I got them, and that is just a beautiful fish. But let's go ahead, get this fish put back. It doesn't take much when this water's warm for these fish to get stressed out, so handling them with care is definitely a big deal to getting them back safely. If you don't handle them well, a lot of times what happens is you may think they release well and they end up going belly up somewhere and become bait for the pelicans. But this one should release fine. Kept it out of the water for a little bit, but should be golden. And there she goes, down to the depths. Yes. And there's those pelicans just waiting. Look at those things, Tony. Nope, no lunch for you today. Wow, what a freaking day that was. All honesty, I mean, coming out today, the way the waves were and everything this morning, I actually just left all the cameras in the boat. Wasn't planning on filming an actual video. And when Tony and I pulled up on our way back, we pulled up on that spot. We're like, you know what? Maybe we should run to the truck, video this, because this is an absolutely awesome bite. And I didn't want to basically I didn't want you guys to miss that. So it is fun to hop on some of these offshore humps that Green Bay is known for. The east side, all the way up and down basically the east shore is just loaded with these offshore humps. And midsummer like this, you can find those humps. If there's fish on them, they're very, very likely they're gonna eat, especially if you're by yourself. So I highly suggest checking out the Shiver Minnows if you haven't already. Head on over to their website, pick up some of those Shiver Minnows. If you're gonna be out on Green Bay, that Goby color is definitely a staple. It'll catch you lots and lots of fish. But we're gonna go ahead, get the boat put on the trailer. Tony, I think you're going home after today, aren't you?
Yep.
Yep, heading home. And yeah, I'm gonna go home, edit this video for you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. Like I said, I am running trips. Go ahead, book me down below in the description. I think that's all I have for you guys today. Until next time, keep living your dream, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.
Bye.